There are deep problems with the official version of 9/11, and we would just ask everybody to just take a close look at the facts. Stop listening to what they're telling you on the TV.
We need the truth. We do not need believers, we need doers. We need people to take action. We need to stand up.
The effect that one person can have by going out every month. Well, we had 20 plus people marching on the highway through small towns and putting stuff in mailboxes, having people wander down from their front doors, down their front lawns to meet us and sign the petition.
Federal government to open a new investigation into the events of 9/11.
Investigate the death of 24 Canadians on 9/11, re-examine the whole Afghanistan issue, stand up, grow a pair, stop being subservient to a White House government, and start serving Canadian citizens instead of the corporate global elite.
9/11! Cover up! 9/11! Cover up! 9/11! Cover up! 9/11! Cover up! Findings of the 9/11 Commission report were good enough. The 9/11 Commission report didn't even mention Building 7. It's a fraud! 9/11 was an inside job! 9/11 was an inside job! Speak for yourselves, people! 9/11 was an inside job! 9/11 was an inside job! 9/11 was an inside job! Inside job! 9/11 was an inside job! 9/11 was first responders! Police, firemen dead! Government wrong to them! 9/11 was an inside job! 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 9/11 was an inside job!
We gotta stop being apathetic Canadians! We gotta stop being people that just sit on our ass and go, oh, that's what it is like, and this is the way it goes. It is time, people, to wake up!
We're 9/11 truthers. Our job is to tell the truth.
Tell the truth! Tell the truth! Tell the truth! Tell the truth! Tell the truth!
Soldiers in Afghanistan, I've spoken with several of them, and they basically say all they're doing over there is sitting around collecting dust and watching the opium trade in the area go on by unfettered.
I joined the bus and traveled with them across the country, town to town, and I can tell you that we are not alone here. There are people in every restaurant and truck stop and small town that have awareness of this.
We're asking for the media, the mainstream media, CBC right here, just to tell the truth.
It's incredibly important to understand that we as Canadians have an obligation to our fellow Canadians who put on a uniform and who are supposed to defend this country. We have an obligation to keep them from getting killed while destroying a country for globalized transnational corporations trying to steal oil and so on.
Our soldiers over in Afghanistan at this day fighting a false war based on lies in 9/11.
I believe the official version. I didn't believe it from day one. I started looking into it, and I just could not believe my eyes when those two buildings came down the way they did. I did not believe the fact that those planes could be hijacked and flying around for a couple of hours with no intercepts. I said, there's something wrong with this picture.
The FBI saying that Osama bin Laden isn't even guilty for 9/11. We have to re-examine why we're in Afghanistan if it's all based off of 9/11. So I'd like everybody to sign that petition.
Please investigate the events of September the 11th because that's what started it all.
Your member of parliament, what's their stance on 9/11? They'll ignore you, I'm sure.
But there are over 2,800 people that were murdered on September the 11th. Those people are screaming out for justice. Those people are trying to tell the rest of the world that it was not Osama bin Laden that blew them buildings down. Those people are trying to tell the rest of the world that it was an inside job by the Bush administration and it was backed by the CIA and the Mossad and the SAS and the ISI. And they said, we need somebody to get out there and tell this and explore this and research this and tell the world who really killed us.
9/11 is the quintessential event of our generation. Not only that, we all participated in it. We all watched it on television. They made a little snuff film for us and made us watch it live. We're not going to go away after that. That's our event. We all own it. And if we don't take this event and recognize that it's the one thing we have to use against the global elite and the people who are planning these things, if we don't take that opportunity and recognize that it's our tool, we've created it up from the ground up, out of leaderless movements, out of time and effort and dedication and absolute commitment to the one thing that unites humanity all over the world, and that is truth and love and justice.
Do you support a new Canadian investigation into 9/11? Well, you have to put facts on the table, and if there's facts that haven't been clearly laid out for Canadians, they need to be.
We have scientists, physicists, we have ex-FBI, CIA agents, all on our side who are telling us that 9/11 was an inside job. It could not have been anything other than an inside job.
We have to be willing to learn. We have to be willing to teach.
Pseudo-white are going to hear from their friends, and then somebody else, and then it's not going to look so crazy that 9/11 was an inside job, because that's what the evidence points to.
We're going to keep talking to people, keep getting the word out, and it's like Pandora's box. Once you hear about this stuff, you don't forget it. You don't forget that you heard that there was something fishy besides the official story.
Not only were there Americans, but there were people from 82 different countries that were murdered. If we must appeal to the nationalism, the first question I have standing on Parliament Hill is, why? Why hasn't the Harper government, that basically is the twin brother to George Bush, why hasn't this Harper regime, why haven't they called for an immediate investigation of the murder of 24 Canadian citizens? Why?
There is a change coming, and you guys are the change.
So the truth movement is now older than the hippie movement ever was. It's lasted longer. And I stopped and thought about that. Yeah, we've lasted longer. We're not going away. We're part of the culture. We're part of the zeitgeist. Everywhere you look, there we are. 9/11 was an inside job.
Here, every empire in the past has been built on lies, usury, and untruths falls. Canada will not fall.
Canadian Action Party is the only party that's on your side.
We're not going to stand for the takeover of our country based on a pack of lies about 9/11. Okay? We are patriots. We are Canadians who care deeply about our country.
If you're in a town that doesn't have a truth movement right now, you're not doing your job. You have to be the one to do it. Nobody's going to do it for you.